You got to take a look at this all-original 1963 VW Beetle. From what I understand and speaking with Errol, that his parents travel all over the country driving this car, and it has remained in their family ever since they bought it new in 1963. And it's incredible how good a condition this car is in, considering it's all original and it's been driven like crazy. So hopefully you enjoyed it. See ya. Hey everybody, this is Eric with Eric's Garage AZ coming at you, and I'm coming at you from Yarnell, Arizona, and I'm standing here with Errol Eastwood, whose family owns the Yarnell Texaco. And Errol, how long has this business been in your family? I'm going to step up here. We're on equal ground here. What I want to do is show these pumps off. How long has this business been in your family?
Well, I grew up in Prescott, and in 1985 my dad decided that Prescott was too big, so in 85 he bought this place.
Okay.
To come to a little smaller community.
All right.
So we've had it for over 30 years.
Oh, we have a really cool car in your garage there.
That's right. My dad has a 1932 Ford that he's had since he was 16 years old.
Really? That's pretty cool. How old is your dad now?
73.
73, so he's had that car, what, 56 years, 57 years, something like that? I'll be damned, that's cool. So can we go take a look at that?
Absolutely.
All right. We have a chance to check out a 1932 Ford that's been in the family for 57 years. That's a long time, man.
The station here is built in 1933.
What was that?
I said this gas station was built in 1933.
Let's take a look at this as we make our way. Kind of watch my step here. As we make our way here, look behind me. This is old school gas station here, and we're in Yarnell, Arizona, which is a very, very small community.
Texaco sign.
Yep, there you go. Now, as Errol was saying, the Texaco sign was salvaged, was saved. What was the story with that?
The guy that owned the place well, he owned it from the 60s, 70s, all the way. My dad bought it in 85.
Okay.
Well, in 72 or something, he had this place leased out, and it was a Shell station, and he took that down to scrap it. Okay. And then his son actually dumped a dump truck load of engines on top of it and ruined it. But he never scrapped it. So when I found it in the 90s at another yard he had, I bought it off of him, bought a new sign, and there it is.
That's pretty cool. That's a pretty significant history here. This shop is really cool, folks. I hope you can appreciate the fact that, how long has Yarnell been around? It's
Well, it's been around since the 1800s.
Okay.
The grocery store across the street dates back to the 1800s.
This is some serious history here, folks. All right, stay tuned. We're going to show you that 1932 Ford. So we're with Errol Eastwood, and we are looking at this
1932 Ford.
1932 Ford.
Window Coupe.
All right.
America's first hot rod.
That's what you were saying too. It's like kind of got that American graffiti type feel to it. But why is it America's first hot rod, Errol? What's the history behind that?
Well, 32 was the first year that a V8 came out to the everyman's car.
Okay.
These cars were being they were worn out by that time.
Yeah, yeah.
And they decided to make hot rods out of them.
Okay.
Put better engines in them.
Okay.
And this was the birth of hot rodding.
That's pretty cool. And I'll take a look at the lines in this car. Now you said nothing on this car has been chopped, altered, channeled, anything. No,
it's still the original body.
All right. So
matter of fact, it's actually all the original sheet metal on it.
Right.
But it does have a...
This is original Ford steel right here, right? Original Ford steel.
Original Ford.
That's cool.
Henry Steel, they call it.
Henry Steel, that's right, they do. Henry Steel, yeah. Now, I've never seen these. I've seen a lot of these 32 Fords, but they don't have this on there because they're all done up. That's the turn signal?
Well, they didn't have turn signals back then, so it would have been just an extra cow light.
I see, okay, okay.
But it is converted into a turn signal now.
Oh, very cool. All right, right on. Now, look at this thing. Have you done any restoration in this, or is this like you've kept it in this condition for all these years?
Well, my dad bought this car when he was in high school in 1963 for $275. So he put it together with the 327 Chevy in it and rotted around into the late 60s.
Okay.
Matter of fact, he met my mom in this car.
Oh, very cool.
And I was conceived in it.
Oh, that's a story. Wow.
So, but then, you know, he was a young hot rodder.
Yeah.
He didn't really do a great job, so he took it apart. He didn't actually get it all back together until the early 90s.
Now, you said he took it apart. Did you showed me the engine earlier. Did he replace the engine, or was that done?
Yeah, he parted out a 67 Cougar, so it's got a 289 in it, automatic transmission.
Oh, no kidding.
And an 8-inch rear end.
So it's Ford, basically.
It's
all over again. That's pretty cool. Now, we didn't open up the trunk. Does this particular car have that rumble seat back there?
It's a trunk.
It's a trunk? Okay.
So if the handle's on the bottom, it's a trunk. If the handle's on the top, it's a rumble seat.
I didn't know that. Thanks. So let's take a look at this. The handles have got to be on the bottom then, because that's a trunk. That's cool. Because the rumble seat would fall down.
Should have cleaned it up for you.
Oh, you're fine. Which just shows that you take care of it. Look at that. Very, very cool.
And 1932 was the year that Arizona made a copper license plate.
So this license plate is actually made out of copper, like a penny.
It's 100% copper.
Look at that.
From the Copper State.
Look at that. They have copper right there. Wow. Hi, Spike. So, yeah, we're going to go for a ride yet?
Yeah.
All right. So let's take a look at that engine. But all this here is original, right?
It's all original sheet metal.
All original sheet metal. And did they come with these mirrors? With these mirrors?
That's an aftermarket thing. Okay. And that's a little small block Ford.
And that's all Ford product right in there, right? Ford carburetor, Ford distributor cab, everything Ford.
Everything's a Ford.
That's pretty cool.
Except for the wheels. The wheels are aftermarket Kelsey Hayes.
You mentioned that, Kelsey Hayes wheels. Those were like in limited production, or they came out of production or something? What was the history behind that again?
You'd buy them from Pep Boys.
Okay.
So it was kind of like a aftermarket wheel.
I see, okay.
It's a little bit different than an original spoked wheel.
And that's what these wheels are here. And you mentioned these, you can tell they're Kelsey Hayes wheels because the spokes curve as opposed to
being straight.
As opposed to the Ford was straight, right?
Right. And these have been customized because they were 16-inch wheels and now they're 15-inch wheels.
Okay. All right. Super. So let's take a look at the front end of this thing here, Arrow. I mean, this is a really sharp looking thing. What is this here? Is it just to keep the screen on? Bug screen?
It's a bug screen.
Okay. Okay. And if you take a look off in the distance here, if you see like all these really cool signs, I wish I had a close-up zoom lens on this GoPro, but I don't. But these signs are old signs, like that marathon. Let's take a look back here, because you mentioned something about these signs. Go ahead and walk with me. You mentioned something about these signs. You've collected them, and then your mom started collecting the signs initially.
She started collecting them, and then I got into it after.
Okay, so
Some of these signs are actually local Yarnell signs, like that Greyhound Depot. That was a Greyhound Depot at the other end of town, and some guy was digging the septic tank up, and he found that sign on top of the septic tank.
I'll be damned. No kidding.
He gave it to me.
Wow.
All
these old license plates and the mobile station, the mobile sign station right back here.
Yeah, the mobile.
Back here.
There was a mobile station here in Yarnell, and that's from that mobile station. The AAA sign, the Arizona Auto Association, that actually hung up here at the Yarnell Texaco station.
S&H green stamps. Wow.
That's from
I haven't seen that in ages. Isn't that when our parents used to collect, or moms would collect those green stamps and get something for it?
It's kind of like the first coupon.
Yeah. Very cool. And I'll tell you what, it would probably take a whole buttload of money to replace these signs, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
This sign's got to be worth something here. This is so cool. You know, Errol, as we wrap up here, is there anything that you want to share with these folks regarding the coolness of this? Because this place really is, and I'll tell you what, it's an honor to be here, man, because this place is off the chart, historic, cool. It's got some really cool stories. Is there anything else you want to tell anybody about this place as we wrap up?
I'm just trying to capture a piece of history and keep the history alive.
Yeah,
so
good for you.
It's a hard road, but
it is, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, okay, super. Well, again, I appreciate the opportunity to do this here. So we're going to wrap up here. All right, folks, this is Eric with Eric's Garage AZ, wrapping up here up at the Yarnell Texaco with Errol Eastwood. And I want to thank you again. Remember, folks, like, subscribe, share, and what they say in Eric's Garage AZ land is, drive it like you stole it, bitches.
But stay away from my car.
There you go, stay away from my car, he says. Watching Eric's Garage AZ. Stay tuned for more as we crisscross the country, bringing you the coolest stuff we can find.